Welcome to another empowering episode of The Road to Victory. I am thrilled to be your host as we embark on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment and empowerment. Today, we have the privilege of delving into the realms of spirituality and emotional intelligence. We are truly remarkable guest. Join us is Khan Nai, a spiritual and emotional guide who has dedicated his life to helping individuals to know their true potential and find inner peace. In this episode, we delve deep into the fascinating world of energy, exploring concepts such as Kundalini and the law of vibration. Can we enlighten us on how understanding and harnessing the power of energy can be pivotal in manifesting our deepest desires and transforming our lives? But that's not all. We also explore the transformative power of meditation in combating anxiety and depression and nurturing emotional intelligence. Can we share invaluable insights and practical techniques that listeners can integrate into their daily lives to cultivate mental clarity, emotional resilience, and inner harmony? So whether you are seeking guidance on the spiritual alignment, looking for ways to manage stress and anxiety, or simply eager to deepen your understanding of the interconnectedness of mind and body and spirit, this episode is tailor-made for you. Hello, Kang.
Hello.
Welcome to my podcast, The Road to Victory. Thank you for joining us today. Can you provide a brief introduction about yourself and your background?
Sure. So my background is in martial arts. I've been deeply in ancient styles of martial arts for the majority of my life. And the teachers that I've had, I'm very fortunate that they were the real deal. My first teacher used to do rooftop fighting with Bruce Lee in Hong Kong, and he was known as one of the most ferocious fighters of Choi Fut. And then when Bruce brought him to San Francisco, and then when he came to Canada, where I am, I met him, and I am the disciple of my teacher of Choi Fut, which later led on into Taoism and Tai Chi and Qigong and a lot of the ancient Chinese ways. Now, luckily, my teachers have all been very traditional, very old school. And much of the martial arts that you learn today is very surfacey. It doesn't have a deep internalness to it. Within the Tai Chi, that deep internalness that you really need to go inside. It's about letting go of your body, letting go of your structure, letting go of your mind. And that initial aspect where the first thing that I had to do in Tai Chi was stand in one place, and it's known as a zhong. And this particular zhong, there's 17 different zhongs, and this Wu Ji zhong that I did, I'd have to stand for 5 hours a day. And you just stand and you just stare in one place. You put your body and mind in a certain position. So it was essentially a standing meditation. And I had to do that in different places, such as in the middle of a mall, where people are walking. And that really got me out of my mind. So that was a standing meditation that you needed to conquer your mind and body in order to go deeper. Now, through that practice, it opened me up to different realms and different spirits to know that I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not even the personality. Like all of us, this isn't that I'm special. All of us are like this. We are not the mind. We are not the body. This is just a construct that we come here to learn certain lessons, to go through certain experiences. So my background started out in martial arts. It naturally led into deeper meditations, deeper spirituality. And as my Kundalini opened, once it opened, it really connected me into spirits, guides, angels, a different realm outside of our five physical senses. And, on the work side, I was in computers, websites, hosting, internet marketing. And that side is very different than the spirituality side. But it also helped me quite a bit by just being open and aware and being able to connect. So that's my background.
Cool. Many thriving companies are using mindfulness and meditation programs like the ones at Google and Nike to help employees reach their fullest potential. What is meditation for those who are not familiar with meditation?
Meditation, people might use it to take care of anxiety, depression, which is great. It ends up being a result of meditation. But really what meditation is to wake you up. It's meant to discover who you really are. which, as I said, it's not your mind, it's not your body. You are a spirit of universal light, a soul, this entity that is in animating this body, that's controlling this body. And meditation helps you get beyond your body and mind, at least the right meditation lets you see that you are not the body, that you are not the mind, that you are a soul. And that soul is pure love. It's an extremely high vibration of energy. And as you tune into that energy and get out of the body and mind, which is a very slow, low vibrational frequency, as you get yourself beyond those parts and you step into meditation, you start to connect it to who you really are. And that is a soul, a light, an energy, collective oneness.
What I should be thinking during the meditation?
What you should be thinking. There's
During the
different
meditation.
styles of meditation and what you want to do based on your purpose. So initially, I always tell people to start with awareness, developing awareness. And that means taking control of your mind and body, teaching it that it's not in control anymore. Because pretty much all of us have gone into this automatic process every day that our body just controls what we do every day. Our mind controls what we do every day, which is fine, but we forget who we are. So to start out with meditation, the first style I suggest to do is just to focus on your breath, quieting your body and mind. And the easiest way to do that is start by sitting yourself, getting quiet, and then go through the top of your head all the way to the bottom of your head, relaxing all the muscles. And you relax your head, you relax your face muscles, you relax your ears, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your stomach, and you work yourself all the way down. And then I further release it even more. And this first step in relaxing the body gets it out of the way. You're training the body because the body has the intelligence of a 5-year-old. It's an animal and it needs to be controlled and taken care of like an animal. So as we start relaxing the body, we're relaxing the animal. Once the body is thoroughly relaxed, we then begin to tell the mind to be still, to be quiet, and we move into a silent state. And that area is developing awareness. When you get the body and mind out of control and you let them set aside, you start moving into this quantum. It's also known as the 5D. It's our oneness, it's source, it's the center of everything. It's where all knowledge is. So as you spend time in there, you can actually do two different things. One is you can allow the experiences to come to you and just gain new experiences. The second is you can start expanding your awareness. So start using your clairs and begin to see the darkness all around you. Look at the darkness and then look as far as you can and then bring it back. Then listen to the silence all around you and listen to that quietness and hear what's around you and then bring it back. And then finally use a feeling, feel the silence, feel nothingness all around you and experience that. Feel as far as you can and then bring it back. This is what Jesus taught me and called the baptism by fire. So baptism by water is just allowing the feeling and sensations to come to you. Baptism by fire is that you're reaching and expanding your senses so that you can feel more. So that's one of the first things that I would get people to do is experience the silence, getting used to their breath, and then feeling. By using different focal points in your body and start relaxing, you're starting to direct your mind away from its thinking. You're directing the body away from what it's feeling. You're giving it something to look at. That is one form of meditation that I tell people to start with. Other ways are to observe your emotions, look at the feelings, the sensations, the pain, the happiness, the joy that you have in your body. You can also look at things that have just happened in your life. So if you are sick and you need to heal yourself, well, look at that sickness, observe it, be aware. So there's a lot of different types of meditations, a lot of different things that you can do with it. Ultimately, though, if you're just beginning, just sit and begin to feel your breath. Notice your breath coming into your nostril. Feel the wind moving against the walls of your nostril. Feel it going, it brushes against your throat. Feel it brushing against the walls of your chest and stay present with the breath. And as your mind begins to wander, because we're going to start thinking about different things. Oh, I can feel my breath. Oh, what's that sensation? Oh, I need to call that person. I forgot to do this. You go back to your breath, bring yourself back into the body of the sensations, and that becomes your focal point. If you're following a guided meditation, put your attention back into the person giving the guided meditation. Go back to their voice and listen to their voice. And when there's silence and your mind wanders off, use your breath. So you always want to use some sort of focal point. So that's what I would say for the initial of your meditation.
Do you believe that meditation holds the key to stop overthinking?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because
Right.
meditation is training the mind. You are training the mind. So now what happens is the majority of people, when they don't have control over their thoughts, the thoughts just end up becoming random. So you end up spending time in the past or the future, never in the present. So when people wake up in the first thing in the morning, first thing we do is go grab our phones and we start looking at things and scrolling things. While we're looking at the phones, I need to get going with my day. And we say, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom now. I need to go use the bathroom. So we go to the bathroom. While we're using the bathroom, we start thinking about, well, I need to go wash up. I need to brush my teeth. I need to brush my hair. I need to wash my face. I need to put my makeup on. And we start thinking about every step afterwards. I got to get some breakfast. I have to drive to work. I have to do all these things. And we're constantly thinking about the future. We're never spending time in the present moment. The other time is that we're worrying about what happened, the conversation that we had with somebody. We're worrying about the bills that we had to pay. We're worried about everything in the past and the future. And we're never in the present moment. What's happening to people scientifically, what they're seeing in their brains is that our brains are two hemispheres. It has two halves. Well, the information, we're becoming so overloaded and we're never spending time in the present moment that we're now starting to see that the brain is being split into four quadrants. And the information in each of the quadrants are not crossing over to the other areas of the brain. And we are being isolated in these one little areas. Our brains are becoming so overactive that people's attention span is no longer able to go past 8 seconds. We need instant gratification. This is like YouTube shorts. We get that quick little hit of dopamine and we wake up and we get something out of it. And if you find yourself, some people, you end up watching short after short after short, or a quick video on Instagram or a TikTok. You start just watching short video, because it ends up being a dopamine hit. You're hitting yourself with some sort of gratification. So train yourself down. You start feeling that when I wake up in the morning, I might grab my phone, but I'm not going to open it. It's like, no, I need to be with myself now. So I put the phone down and I start scanning my body. I start be present with myself. I start talking to my body. So by training the mind through meditation, you're able to change so much of your life. You start spending time in the present moment. Now, I'll say one thing about meditation. Meditation doesn't mean that you have to sit down and just be quiet and use your breath and do the things that I described. Meditation also means that going for a walk and you're not thinking about anything. You're just enjoying your walk. You're enjoying what you're seeing. You're walking your dog. You're spending time with your animal. You're spending time with nature. You're looking at your baby in your arms and you're just falling in love with every aspect of their skin, their eyebrows, how their face is shaped, how their eyes are shaped. That is being the present moment. That also is very meditative. So meditation isn't about sitting down and quieting the body and doing that. It's also about just so many benefits.
What are there some common misconceptions about meditation?
A lot of people think meditation is, well, for one, that they can't sit still. Their mind is overactive. Their body's overactive, that they can't do it. I just can't meditate, they say. Well, what they don't realize is that what they're doing is they're coming out of their meditations at the wrong time and they're not training their body and mind the right way. So they think that meditation doesn't work and they think they can't do it. It's because they didn't receive the proper instructions or they're coming out of the meditation at the wrong time. The other misconception is that it's that you're dealing with the devil, that you're dealing with evil. You're connecting into something that is just so blasphemous that you're not supposed to do. And people end up saying, no, meditation is really, really bad. You can't do it. People are going to go crazy by going into meditation. And another one is that people think they're going to lose themselves in meditation, that they get lost, they get scared, they're going to be faced with all these things. And it's just a very dark place where all their emotions and the evilness is that are within themselves is in the meditation. So people end up getting very scared and afraid of what they're going to have in meditation. And it really isn't so. With the proper guidance and the right meditation and the proper instructor, you can definitely go in. You can make dramatic changes. I know when I first started doing meditation, uh, I fought with it. It was really hard for me to do meditation. It was a challenge. I also found that I wasn't able to get very far with it. I did meditation for years, and it's like, well, I just meditate. And I know some people that just meditate for 25 years. But once I opened my Kundalini up and I started getting direction, I had the right mentors come in. I was able to get the right meditation to come through that expanded my awareness and opened me up so much quicker than just sitting by myself and staying silent and still, because that was the only meditation I knew. What I didn't know is that there's a whole other realm of different meditations that you can use to expand your awareness and open you up. It really depends on what you want to do with it. It's unlimited, the potential of meditation.
What is Kundalini energy?
Kundalini, you can say it's a life force. Every person, every body, every living animate object has a magnetic field around them. It's a flow of energy. And much of us, because we become detached from that energy, that flow that's within our bodies, Kundalini is really just a label that's been given to it is the flow of energy. If you know about the staff with the two serpents that go up, well, those two serpents, how they spiral around the staff, is a flow of energy. That one goes clockwise, the other goes counterclockwise around the spinal column. And the spinal column is the epicenter of where energy flows. It's where we can begin to tap into. So when we begin to connect into the Kundalini energy, we are tapping into our life force, our magnetic force, our energy of who we really are. And once you open up that Kundalini and start getting that energy to flow, this is where everything starts opening up your awareness. You're connecting into yourself, your knowledge, into what you need in your life. It just opens up everything else because you're connecting now into your life force and you're increasing your magnetic field. You're making yourself stronger energetically. The thing is, we are all energetic beings. All matter is made of energy. We know that every inanimate object is made of atoms. And these atoms are just nothing in there. It's 99.999999% nothing. There's nothing in there. And there is 0.00001% of matter, something physical. So this means that that's in a single atom. When you're looking at this computer that we're on, the table that this computer's sitting on, our bodies, they're made up of a collection of atoms. And that is all energy. So since Kundalini is all energy and we detach ourselves because we get so caught up in our external selves, this process of the Kundalini energy is tuning yourself into yourself and revitalizing the energy, our life force of who we are. And as you do that, you'll re-energize all of your cells, all of your body, the energy around you, your life force, everything will fall into line, including your cells, and you'll start moving into instant healing.
Are there any potential risks, challenges associated with Kundalini awakening?
There are. The biggest one, I would say, is that people are not ready for what is going to happen. When people have a deep Kundalini awakening, I had a client last week through our mediumship course go through a Kundalini that's been going through my meditations, and through an intensive course, we opened up her Kundalini, and she ended up just speaking this gibberish for hours. She couldn't talk. She got so scared because she didn't know what was happening. And actually, she was speaking light language. She was speaking a very high vibrational language that was just coming through her. She also received so much downloads and information. She knew about all of her past relationships. She knew about all the people that were alive. She found out about all the trauma that was happening. She understood what was happening in her own life, her purpose, what was happening the next 10 years of her life. She saw it all coming in and she got really scared. Yeah, absolutely. People can support me by going to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com at Knight. You can also go to my website at knight.com, and on there you'll find links to my Patreon group, to my Enlighten Mastery meditation group, and to my mediumship courses. So the Enlighten Mastery meditation group is a meditation gym where we meet 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And you show up, you don't say anything, you don't have to have your video on. We have music that's playing for people that they can ground themselves while we wait for people to come. And then we do 5 minutes of humming, and we create an internal vibration to open up our cells, to release toxins, to open up their third eye. And we use the 9 solfeggio tones, which is the original tones, to align the frequencies of our body and upgrade our internal bodies. We do that for 5 minutes. And then the meditation starts at quarter after, where we are guided by the ascended masters, the angels or guides, that they do a meditation for us. And that's typically half an hour, and then we're done. So people show up, you don't say anything, you don't do anything, you just come up and meditate. And then twice a month, we have a group session where we get together, where we check in with each other, we answer information, we answer questions, we channel information, and we just help people with their enlightenment. And then once every few months, 2-3 months, we get together one-on-one, and we start helping you break through your plateaus so you can grow even faster and quicker. So within 1 year, people are just having very profound effects. And usually it's very quick and short, people opening up quite greatly. And then finally is our mediumship course. And that you'll find that on connight.com. We have a 101 course and a 102 that's going to be coming out soon. And that is just practicing the mediumship. And once it's opening up, your awareness is now open. Kundalini is just a tool that once your Kundalini opens up.
As we draw curtains on today's episode of The Road to Victory, I want to express my deepest gratitude to Khan Knight for gracing us with his wisdom and insight. Khan guidance has illuminated our path, reminding us of the power we hold, waiting to manifest our desires and navigate through life challenges with grace and resilience. In this episode, we delve into the spiritual and emotional guidance of Khan Knight, exploring the energies of Kundalini, the benefits of meditation, and the law of vibration. Remember to support us by liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell for more empowering content. Until we meet again, take care and keep moving forward on your journey to victory.